Hey guys, welcome to Living Satisfied. Today we are going to be talking about what baby led weaning is and how it has gone for us. Jones is currently 14 months old, and so we've been doing baby led weaning since he was 6 months old, and I have loved it. So I want to kind of run over what it is and kind of tips and tricks that I might have, and really just our experience with baby led weaning. If you are new to this channel, consider pressing the subscribe button down below. I would love to have you join our community, and if you have tried baby led weaning, let me know in the comments down below how it's gone for you, or if you have any questions, let me know. Any product that I talk about in this video will be linked down below, and you can also go to livingsatisfiedfavorites.com for just kind of my favorite items. They do include affiliate links. They cost you absolutely nothing, but they help support the channel, so it's helpful if you want to buy something, you go through those links, and that would be greatly appreciated. Alright, so let's get started with the video. Essentially, baby led weaning is where you are giving the baby food and you are not feeding them. And so the baby is the one that is touching and feeling the food and putting it into their mouths. Obviously, you cut it up small, or you give things that are soft like bananas or avocados, things like that, and they are feeding them themselves. And through that process, they are learning to chew first and swallow second. So a lot of times with baby led weaning kids, they might not be like ingesting all that much at the beginning, but they are learning those valuable lessons of chewing, how much food to put in their mouths at one time, and then they are learning to swallow later. So a lot of people give purees to their babies. That's super normal. I've given purees. I've given like little squeeze packs and stuff like that to Jones. They're really easy and they're great, but they teach them to swallow first. And so I feel like when they transition to solids, it can be a little bit more rough. And I think that it takes them a little bit longer to feel out the textures and things like that of foods. So it's important to note that breast milk or formula, whichever you are doing, is the main source of nutrients for the first year of the child's life. So even if you start foods at 6 months and they're eating really well, the main source of nutrients that they're getting is gonna be the milk. And so it's important to stay with breast milk or formula at regular intervals throughout the day, throughout the whole process. And it's important also to feed the milk or formula before they eat. That way you make sure that they are filling up on a complete nutrient sourced item versus like just eating like a little bit of avocado or a little bit of banana and then they're full and they don't finish the rest. And so make sure that you are feeding them milk first and then food second. And along those same lines, it's important to not feed solids until they are 6 months. Their digestive tracts are not fully developed, and that is why they say to wait until 6 months to have the baby begin foods. There are a lot of kids that will show interest in food, and you might think, oh, well, they're interested in my food, I should start giving them food before 6 months. And I understand that desire, but it's important to wait for their digestive tracts to completely form. That way they are less likely to get allergies, less likely to get like autoimmune issues, reflux, things like that. You really want to wait for a little bit longer. I think the scariest part about baby led weaning is the gagging / kind of choking that happens during baby led weaning. I did not love that process. Essentially with babies, their gag reflex is a lot further forward in their mouths than ours are. And so babies will gag more easily, and that is a protective thing that God made in babies, which is awesome, but it makes it a little bit scarier for the parent. And so it's important to remember that as long as you're giving foods that aren't as easily chokeable and things like that, it's okay if they gag a little bit or spit up a little bit. I know Jones would like kind of like spit up, almost like, I wouldn't say vomit, it was more like a spit up after he would eat. And so it's, or like after he had a little bit too much when he was like 6, 7, 8 months old. And so that is completely normal. Just make sure that you are making sure that your baby is safe, that the foods you're serving are good, and that their diapers remain normal. So let's talk about the benefits of baby-led weaning. I think one of the biggest benefits is that they are learning textures and everything much sooner, and so they are able to be better eaters in the future. And a lot of times baby-led weaning children tend to be less picky because you are giving a variety of foods and they are filled with lots of different textures, and it just helps them when they get older into toddler. Next, it is their instincts. So it teaches them how much food to put in their mouth. I can give Jones like half a banana and he will only eat smaller bites, or I can give him larger pieces of food, obviously that are gonna be like less chokeable, but I can give him larger pieces of food and he knows to bite down and to not put so much food in his mouth. So babies instinctually know what their bodies need, and so when you give them a good variety of food, they will pick and choose things that they want to eat. He started out by eating tons of avocados and bananas, and then he went through a phase where he didn't want to touch them, and that's completely okay. And I think that it's a good thing with baby led is that I'm not like forcing food down his mouth like you would with purees. He really is learning, okay, I am liking this right now, I'm eating these nutrients, or I don't really feel like eating this right now and that's okay, can you give me something else? In his own little baby way of telling me that. One of my favorite things to do with feeding Jones, especially at this point, is I will go to like a place like Whole Foods where it has like a salad buffet, and I will just pick a couple items off of there that we may not normally eat at our house that I can feed him, like olives. Jay and I do not like olives at all, but I wanted to make sure that Jones is trying those kind of things. So I will just scoop out like maybe a couple tablespoons of olives for him to try, and he loved them. And I'm so glad that we tried those kind of things. And so I recommend that if you did purees and stuff like that and you're not doing baby-led weaning, giving them the variety of foods that you don't normally eat from places like Whole Foods where you can do like a little buffet style, pick out different types of foods. I strongly suggest that. It's been really great for us. The last thing that I love about baby-led weaning above all else is that I can feed him whatever we are eating, and that's what we do. Whatever we're eating, he is getting, unless it's like really spicy or I don't know, like just pizza. Like Jay and I might just be having Papa John's for dinner. Like obviously we'll give him like a little tiny piece of pizza, then we'll give him obviously something that's more nutritious. But I love being able to just take food off of my plate and let him eat it. And we do that at restaurants, we do that at home, and he is such a good eater and he will eat lots of different foods, and it's just really great. So thank you guys so much for watching. I am sorry that Jones has been crying through this whole video. Again, he's well taken care of. He's probably has the baby gate up and wants to get out and he can't. So I apologize for that. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. And remember to press the subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.